actually excited for this. I think this is going to be hilarious. So this week, I will be reading Avengers fanfiction from Tumblr. So I believe this one takes place in high school, and it is Steve Rogers talking about Loki. Not positive yet, because the author gives a warning that they are not a native English speaker, but they will try their best. You are warned. Fun side note, I will be reading this verbatim. He is so beautiful. That was all I could think about months after our friendship started, when Tony and Clint said those things about him. But I never said it out loud. At least not right then, and not being sober. Loki, for many years, was well known for being Thor's wicked little brother. A bit younger than us, he was the kid who spoiled our game nights by causing a power outage in the middle of a quest. In the Ocarina of Time, he was also the one who called Thor's mom when we attempted to party when we were home alone, and the teen who made us run around the city to drag him out of a nightclub at age 15. And they have weird punctuation. Loki was first mischievous child, then an annoying kid, then a shameless liar and problematic teenager. At some day, forgetting all those things, one night I got into an awkward chat with him in the backyard of his house in Thor's 22nd birthday party. The little chat became somehow a deep conversation, and an hour later we were in his room revising I believe this is a French name, Jean-Paul Sartre book. He had a bright smile when he was enthusiastic about something. I learned that night. Months later, when he turned 18, I got him the first edition of The Nausea in French. Tony gave me this strange look when he saw it and said to me, it was a little too... What? Tony gave me this strange look when he saw it and said to me that it was a little bit too much for a first gift, but I didn't have idea when he was talking about because it wasn't expensive or fancy at all. It was just something I found by luck in a garage sale, and I thought that Loki would like. It was apparently a big deal because Loki hugged me very hard when I said goodbye to him at 4 a.m. That time I realized that Loki had big green eyes that sparkled with joy when someone paid exclusive attention to him over Thor, or when he had something mischievous in mind. He started to text me, nothing of vital importance, just to tell me about his day in the drama academy he attended. We went for coffee sometimes, and one day he invited me to a play in which he had a small part. Loki was a great actor, elegant, passionate, and then I noticed seeing him there with his torso covered in blue paint and glitter when he recited Puck's lines. He was stunningly beautiful. I was still a scrawny art student with, I think they meant asthma, but they spelled it A-S-M-A. I'm going to assume that it's asthma because that's what Rogers had before the whole thing. I was still a scrawny art student with asthma that nobody gave a second look, but sometimes he looked at me like he saw something special. Or I liked to lie to myself with that until I saw him flirting and dating and playing around with several boys and girls in a display of erotic debauchery that would put Tony Stark to shame. Tony didn't talk about him in front of me anymore. At some point it was painfully obvious to everyone that I was rooting for him. Thor seemed happy about it. He almost saw me as his new brother already. Loki, for a long time, was the only one oblivious or indifferent to the fact that until that, I'm not sure if that's an English word because I don't know it, but he was drunk and more playful than usual. And while we were in the garden getting away from the loud music in Stark Manor, he grabbed my face slightly and barely touched my lips with his. I have to read this in a hotter voice, don't I? My pulse went wild. My skin boiled, my mind erased. The air and its relative importance disappeared, and then he sadistically murmured, "Oh, Stephen, why?" We took distance from one another since that event. I did, at least. Loki tried to talk to me like everything was normal, but every time I looked into his angelic, malefic face, my chest went narrow, tight, and a painful sensation kept me from breathing. Loki. Loki. Please, have some mercy. Don't look at me that way. I don't want to know about your lovers. I don't want to be the friend that carries all your emotional weight, that sees all your greatness, and that then can't have any hope to be something more. Thor said he cried once and screamed my name while doing it. Probably it was just a rapid display. Thor said he believed he was bad for me, that he couldn't have me because he didn't deserve me. I went to talk with him just to see how he was. He didn't answer the door. "Go away!" he screamed, sounding hurt and angry and sending knives to my chest. And why it has to be so complicated. Loki, do you remember when I helped you to rehearse your lines? You make an amazing Othello. I never told you. I love what you do, how you shine on stage. Sometimes I go to see you. I hide in the last seats of the theater. I memorize your lines and colors once more, trying to understand their meaning, their complex forms. Then I draw them from memory until dawn. It's like I'm making love to you with my charcoal on the paper. A year has passed. I'm bigger, they say. I'm certainly taller, and it's harder for me to hide between the crowd. That's not the proper spelling. Now to watch you acting is more expensive than it used to be, but somehow I always manage to get a ticket. You are sharper. Your talent is out of control, and when I see you, I'm still that young boy charmed with your voice and your eyes. You are still so, so beautiful. It's been a year! And you look at me from the stage. You found me in the middle of the crowd. You are dressed as Henry V, receiving the loudest applause just as you deserve it. You smile to me, and you make the world better by it. You are rushing the blood in my veins, draining my reason, and maybe I will go say hi to you right now. Maybe this is the night. The fates might be on my side. Scene. That was different. It was kind of nice. It was sweet. It was a bit weird, but it was interesting. So that is it for me this week. Please make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, or if you want to see me read more fanfiction in my lovely voice. Make sure you check out our Facebook, our Tumblr, our Instagram, and our Twitter because we appreciate it a lot. Have a Merry Christmas from me to you. I love you. Alright guys, I'll see you when I see you. Bye. So if you want to know what Rogers was talking about when Loki was Henry V in the play, this is what he looked like. Relatively, because that's Hiddleston as Henry V. He's also Loki. Just so you know.